Parsons, Tennessee, at this little vendor mall called Market Warehouse. I've been up here a few times. I find some stuff here occasionally. Uh, I'd like to start doing more walk around videos of the places I go to, the vendor malls I go to, kind of let you guys see what we've got in the area. Like, again, this is Parsons, Tennessee, West Tennessee. I don't know, maybe considered Middle Tennessee, but sort of right on the border. I already hear some music playing. We don't own the rights to this music, so we'll just walk in, see, kind of look around. If they got a lot of copyright music going on, we may not be able to do that. So anyway, we'll just kind of walk through and see kind of what we see here. Again, we're going to watch this copyrighted music. Thank God, redeemed. Stay encouraged. Just say, Alexa. Hey, how are you? Pretty big place. Copyright music playing, so we probably won't be able to probably get us kicked off. So let's see what all we got. Check out this Pepsi sign here. It's not old, I don't think. $70. That's a newer sign. It's pretty nice though for to be newer. There's some writing on the bottom of it. I'm gonna take a look. Let's see what it says on the bottom of it. Let's put it up here and see. I like it, but it's obviously a reprint. It just says made in USA, so this is a newer sign. So I do like it. Greenback, but see there, it's got the barcode on it. Not old at all. Very new reproduction. Maybe a fantasy sign. I don't know if Pepsi ever actually made this particular sign or not. It is. They did make that logo say Pepsi, please. So it could be probably just a reproduction. I'll keep it in mind before I leave. The 70s, not too awful bad on it. The real deal would probably be around $300-400 or more, probably. So I'll keep that in mind before I leave. Go good in my Pepsi collection anyway. This Tennessee license plate T, I've actually got one of those. And I don't even have it displayed right now. I need to either put it up or sell it. Got the state of Tennessee. Of course, that's all new stuff. Pretty cool decor. That's an old sign. I'm sure that's not for sale. It looks like it's just up there for display. Well, they got a lot of newer stuff. Really not a lot of stuff I like. Pretty cool t-shirt, not old. Double stitch. I look for like single stitch. Doesn't have a tag. It's screen printed Foot Locker, so that's a newer shirt. It looks older just to look at it, but it is a newer shirt. I like the older vintage shirts from the 80s and 90s. They'll be single stitch around the sleeve there, and then down around the bottom it'll be single stitch. This shirt is just made to look old. It's not really old. But I do look for some older, typically like concert tees and stuff like that. And I do run across some 80s, 90s vintage tees, and Sometimes I'll pick those up if they're pretty reasonable for resale. Usually sell pretty good. An older Coca-Cola cup. A date on the bottom of it. That's actually got a little age to it. Thermoso for $3. Still here. I'll probably come back through and grab that. Plastic Coca-Cola cup. Does have a little age to it. That's typically, if anybody knows me, I'm looking for gas and oil. Gas and oil collectibles are always do well. Have been hot for quite a long time. And I just look through some of these t-shirts and see if there's any vintage gold in here. These are all newer. Just look through the sleeves and see they're all double stitch. If we see any single stitch, take a look at them. But these are all going to be newer tees. I'll look through if I find any Pepsi or something like that. I may grab it, but Coca-Cola stuff does good. Not really seeing much. Like a lot of vendor malls nowadays, a lot of newer stuff. It's got a lot of newer stuff. VHS movies. Does anybody buy these? I've got a ton of them at home. I need to sell. I've been holding on to them, thinking that someday that they're going to come back. I mean, records, vinyl records. A lot of people still buy those. They still have record players. I just don't know a lot of people that have VCRs that still buy VHS tapes. Like I said, again, I got quite a few of them. I've been holding on to them, hoping someday they'll come back. As soon as I get rid of them, they'll come back in style, and then I won't have them to sell. You see again, just mostly newer items. Check out some caps over here. Again, I look at some old ball caps too sometimes. The old snapbacks. These are all newer. These are all newer caps. That's a snapback, but that's not old. Under Armour. Got a lot of clothes in here. Lots of clothing. I think just about every booth we've passed has got some clothing items in it. All got a lot of glass in most of them too. So, DVDs. I don't know if anybody ever buys those. What is this? Books, DVDs, VHS tapes. Looks pretty typical. What you find in a lot of these, and clothes. Lots of clothing items. Got a lot of furniture down here. We're looking for vintage gold. There's a coat. That's pretty cool. Law Pro. It's a law enforcement jacket. It's an eagle, American flag embroidered on it. It's got a patch on here, American Legion, USA. This place there where you put your badge at. No patch on that side of it. What kind of price they got on it? $15.99. It's a 2XL. Not a bad price. What kind of gold is this here? It's a heavy. That's a heavy leather coat. Okay, that's a cool one there. To live the ride. Patches. I got $65 on that.
It's you.
Yeah. Too small for me, unfortunately. More clothes, more clothing. Another leather jacket. Them big old wheels. Big old chrome wheels and one tire. More books and VHS tapes. Again, guys, this is pretty typical of what we have in the vendor malls here. More clothing. Lots of clothing items. Some caps. Let's see if we got any vintage snapbacks. That's got a little damage on that. That's not old. Colts. NFL. Nothing old. And they got the clothing in here though. Ball cards. Avon bottles, you see them a lot. That's a cool one there. Let's check this one out here. Semi truck. That's actually a pretty cool one there. It's been here so long, the price is worn off of it. You can't even see. Well, it says 35, I think. I don't know, man. I got to get my glasses on. I just can't see. Obviously, it's been here a while because it looks like the price tags wore off of it. That's $5. $5. Pretty cool if you collect big truck stuff or Avon bottles. Let me keep that in mind too before I leave. I said the little Coca-Cola cup up there, and then that big Pepsi sign, which again I said that was new, and it's not something I would typically buy, but it actually looks good. It will display good in my Pepsi collection. So if I can find a place to put it. Sometimes you run out of wall space. I've been in here several times over the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. And that porcelain tabletop with the fire chief decal on it. So I guess somebody's made it into a sign, supposedly, but that thing's been in here for a long time. $65. That's just a porcelain like tabletop with a newer Fire Chief decal on it. Always got some Tennessee stuff for Tennessee fans. We are in Tennessee, so. Auburn Tigers Coke bottle. Orioles, $10 a piece. I don't know if you collect those. That's probably decent. Bunch of glass back here. I don't mess with much glass. I do have a friend that's into the glass, particularly the Vaseline glass, the uranium glass, stuff like that. I kept bowl there. I don't know if that's anything he likes or not, because I just don't know much about glass. That's a $2 bowl. I don't know. It's probably new. Would it glow under a black light? I don't know. For $2, it looks pretty cool. But I don't want to get it and then it not be something that he likes. So that is cool. Check it out, the pink camel. $4 for the pink camel. Or is it $1? Somebody paid $1 for it. Now they're selling it for $4, but it is cool. But there's no markings on it, so I just don't know enough about some of this stuff. When's the last time you saw a pink camel? It's a knife sharpener. Looks like an old knife sharpener. Crop Maker Soil Services. $2. Old advertising piece. Use water only sharpening stone. I may just grab that. It is advertising. It's a good advertising piece for people that collect vintage advertising in the area of crops and farming, so forth. So I may grab that. Not really gold, but I'll grab it for $2. A couple oil cans. I've seen these in here before. Nothing really worth grabbing. I think they're like $10 a piece. That's probably more than what they're worth. Just not anything fabulous about them. Gotta be careful walking through here with all this glass. I sure don't want to buy something that I don't want. We've about covered this end of it. It's just kind of like the basement area here. We come down this ramp from up top. Go through here real quick and look. I stopped at a place in Lexington, Tennessee, and picked up a few license plates that I'll resell. Some pretty decent ones. I think they're decent. I mean, what I give for them, and for what I'll get out of them. A couple of them are better than others, but overall, pretty good deal on them. Carson wind chimes. $25. I thought it said $2 at first. I thought about grabbing that. A couple plates up there. Nothing gold. Some old 60s Indiana and a newer Kentucky. Indiana, nothing gold. A bunch of old mason jars. I know the number 13 jars are pretty hot. I'm not going to go through and check them all. I'm sure if there are any here, they're already gone, but they got some decent little mason jars. People collect those. Oh, I felt some heat coming from that space heater there, and it's like 55 degrees outside. More sports cards. Something else I don't know much about, or enough about to buy them. Automobile book, 36 bucks. Toolbox. Mary's Closet. Let's see what's in Mary's Closet. Oh, you guessed it, more clothing. Set my knife sharpener down for a minute. Check out some of these clothes. Only 13. There's some older stuff in here, but nothing gold again. Well, that just screams 1970s. Check that out. The color is just not really coming out on video. It's more of a peach color. It looks tan, but more of a peach orange color. $45, and you can be in that. Oh, a Texaco jacket. That's not bad. $4.50. $4.50. The size is torn off of it. Texaco System 3. I just don't have a whole lot of luck reselling clothes. That looks like probably a large. I'm guessing it's probably going to be a size large. But again, the tags tore off of it. It's too small for me. And a lot of people like Texaco stuff, but it's not really old. So I'm probably going to pass on it. I don't think I can really make anything on it. I'll put a link in the video to this place, so if anybody does see something they like, you can call the place. Not a whole lot in Mary's Closet, for me anyway. Stepping back out here, we got more clothes. We got some army fatigues, EDUs. Set my knife sharpener down again so I can look through and see if we find any gold here. Pretty cool. 91st Military Police, BN, Fort Drum, New York. Size medium. If that was an extra large or bigger, I'd probably grab it, but I'm a fat boy. I can't wear no medium for sure. All smaller shirts. Seems like. That's new. Still got the tags on it. It was $16.88 new, and now you can have it for $5. You got more books over there. You always see a lot of books. I don't know. I guess people do buy them, but just not seeing any gold. A little light up Coca-Cola, general store, Carlson's. The sticker on it says $19.99. Still got Christmas stuff out. Just not seeing no gold today. A little knife sharpener again. I'm gonna grab it. It's farming related, agriculture related. Uh, Carps, baking powder. And it's paper label, and the paper label is ripped right there. $6. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Minneapolis. Might have been a decent can for $6 if the label wasn't torn on it. That kind of brings it down quite a bit. You got more DVDs. I don't know typically what these DVDs sell for. I'm thinking probably $1 or $2 a piece. Got $1.50 on these, so that's probably about right. Collector Coke bottles, Diet Coke bottles. So we're fixing to wrap this up, and I may grab that Coca-Cola cup. I think it was $2 or $3. I don't know. I may not get it. I don't really think there's any room to make anything on it. The Repop Pepsi sign, I don't know. I may grab it. Little St. Louis Cardinals ball. $3.47. I got about 3 of those. And more clothing. Sometimes I look through the clothing to see if there's any Pepsi stuff, Pepsi tees or whatever. So, all right, guys, that just about wraps it up. Warehouse Market, Parsons, Tennessee. I'll put a link to it in the description. All right, guys, thanks for watching.